subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button.
Press the subscribe button. welcome everyone back to your unpopular opinion. Good evening. I know I sound like I've been smoking some cigarettes. Excuse my throat. I've been battling this cold, so that's why I sound deeper than normal. Okay, we got so many topics that we want to discuss this evening. So without further ado, we are going to bring up our super producer. I know you on one. You on one today. Super producer.
What's
You got the webbing going on. What's going on?
to me? I'm on demon time. It's night time. It's not daytime. It's not morning time. Y'all now you daytime. So tonight the runaround will be brought to you by Pineapple Stella Rose.
Oh, pineapple Stella
Pineapple.
Rose. Okay,
Pineapple
okay.
Stella Rose. The
Okay.
blur thing got you. But it's in this cup right here.
Yeah, and that's a cute cup. I love it.
Thank you. Somebody gave it to me for my birthday. It says, "Sometimes you forget you are awesome." So this is your reminder.
Oh, that is
Cheers,
so cute.
you all. Get your drink and
I
drink.
love it.
Okay, because we are about to
Mhm.
do a runaround
Run
after
around.
dark.
run around after dark.
Okay. Sharon is already over here.
Unpopular opinion.
He is.
This is how she sounds.
No, you did.
Here's my voice. I've been a little sick today.
You are clowning. No, you
You know what she's been doing today? But I'm hoping she was sick.
I can't take you. I
Oh my
can't take
God. I told you I was going to be on Demon Time today because it's Friday night.
you.
Just got paid. Hey.
Oh yeah,
Friday
hey,
hot
Friday night.
Hey.
Mm.
Okay. Listen, this is your YouTube DJ,
Okay.
the producer. What up, Big Ob? If you're in the comments, please let us know where you're looking at us from. Listen, the drinks is already drinking.
Yeah,
It's
the drinks is already
They
drinking.
already affecting me. I'm
Let
not.
me just take over.
I'm a lightweight.
You,
Okay,
you're
well, No, because you sounding like. Never mind.
I
Let us know
got a
where
little
you're watching
raspiness,
this.
something in my throat.
Let us know where you're watching us from. Absolutely not. Harry Hollister, good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Big Ob, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Yes, Justin. Even though you're a Trumper, I'm gonna let you do that. Yes, welcome to Friday Night Live. That's it.
Justin's in the building representing.
Hey, K Mac, how are you doing?
K Mac.
Okay,
What's
Sharon
going on?
Chicago.
Sharon. No, it's Sharon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm just making
Okay.
that up. It's
I'm dead.
Sharon or Sharon.
I'm dead. I'm sure that it's Sharon. No, it's probably Sharon because she's from Chicago. She's in
She from
Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah, it might
She's
be
in Chicago.
Sharon.
Carrington said Waycross, Georgia. Okay, come
Okay.
on, Georgia. They got money over there, Waycross. What? Okay, okay. Let's see. What? Who else? Nope, not even. What up? Listen, Winters Hall of the 810 News Media Group. Okay, her
Flint,
name is
Michigan.
Winters Hall, but we call her the Mighty Mouth.
Uh-uh.
That is my sister. I love you, sister. Y'all tune in. We have a show called Nah But For Real, and we'll be bringing it to you. I don't know when, maybe this weekend.
Okay.
But is there anyone else? Anybody else want to stand up and give a testimony and let us know where they're from?
uh,
Y'all gonna get it tonight. Listen,
yeah.
this is a different type of show because it's evening time for me. Usually it's the morning time. I'm a little bit chill. You know, I got my
Yeah,
whip
you late.
out.
You on one right now. Like, usually I'm on one in the
And
morning.
yeah, usually you
You
unhinged.
on one.
This is good on one. You are unhinged. I don't know. And we didn't even talk about what we're gonna start with, so you didn't even tell me.
Okay, you could start with that first one, that was in the UK.
Oh Lord.
Remember that?
Okay, well, talk while I find it because that was so
Okay.
far back. That was so far back. You sent me that, and I was
Yeah,
like,
that
"What
was
is
at the
going
beginning of
on?"
the week, I think.
Yeah, I mean, child, how
Look, super producer, you're just gonna be a producer right now. Because
is that what
you
they paying me to do? Just right now? Okay,
you
girl, that's what I'm doing because I'm a real lady. Yeah, I can't lie. Let me see. I'm looking for it because that was so far back. I'm like, when did you send that? What day was that? That was the top of the week. The top of the week was
yeah,
like,
the top of the week, I think. Or you
uh,
could send. We could start with that first one or that last one, the very last one I sent
okay,
you.
wait a minute. Let me see.
Hmm.
Y'all see how she just be sending me stuff? The Daily Mail one.
Yep, yep.
What did this say? I didn't even look at it. What the?
You're not supposed to look at it. Just put it
I
up
know
on the
that's right.
screen.
Yeah, are you right?
Yeah.
Because let me see. Wait a minute. I think I messed it up already. It's you know once when we get on live the computer
Nothing want to act right.
stupid
Yeah, I think I got it up here though. If you want me to,
because it's not going to the right spot.
let me share it on my
It will go
screen.
to the right spot, but then it leaves. That's
Leaves.
hold
Okay.
on. Hold on. I just want to make sure I have it, but I want to make sure that it went to the right spot. It came up.
So
Oh
I
yeah.
hope you guys had a lovely week. I know we're going into, this is what, Saturday Eve or Friday Eve. What do we call it? Saturday Eve.
This would be Saturday Eve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Saturday Eve. Yeah.
Child, don't be asking me too many. Keep it light with the intellectual questions right this second.
Okay.
Okay, you see it. There you go.
Yeah. So Victoria's Secret, they is reason why I pulled this particular one up, not because it was Victoria's Secret, is because they featured a transgender model, and the transgender model, they said she was getting a lot of backlash. Don't know why. I think she looks beautiful. You couldn't
Is it the
tell.
first one? Is it her?
I think
Is
that's
this
Gigi
favorite?
Hadid. Yeah, this is her.
This is the first one. Let me see what it
Yep.
says. Yeah, okay. Valentina
Valentina Sam.
Sampatio, something like
Yep.
that.
Yep. And so she received a lot of backlash. Now, there's Victoria's Secret, they haven't did a runway show in like I think 2 to 3 years now, they said. And so they revived their show this week per se, and she was one of the featured models. I think she was receiving a lot of backlash because I guess she took some jobs away. I'm not for sure. But
Well, this is the
they
same
was.
show that your former famous mean girl made a reemergence in too, right? Tyra Banks came back and walked in this show at the end. I think it was at the end.
uh of this particular show.
Yes. She
Oh,
came
I
back
didn't
and
know.
walked in the show. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Keep talking. So she
Yeah,
received some backlash
yeah, she was receiving
because
backlash because I guess if she's taken away from, I guess, natural women or naturally born women. So it says in one of the um I guess the spokesperson, they said, I'd like to see more brands embrace diversity and representation. Speaking to the people, she said that becoming Victoria's Secret first trans model is something she will cherish for a lifetime. And today, the Victoria's Secret family has shown the world that being trans is just as exceptional and beautiful as anyone else on the runway. You know, I feel indifferent about this. Now, if she was ugly, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but you know how they try to prompt people up and they're like, they're not even supposed to be on the runway, or she's not female passing. Like I said, she's female passing, so I don't feel no way towards it. Now, if I was a runway model and I was up for the job and they said, no, we're not going to pick you this year, and I find out that they have this girl, I probably would feel some type of way.
Yes,
How do
here's
you feel
Tyra
about
Banks
that?
in the same show. Tyra Banks closed the show.
Okay.
From that show,
Is
they
that Tyra Banks or Naomi Campbell?
no, baby, that's Tyra Banks. Don't she look okay? She old now. Okay. All right. The age is showing if you see it that. But anyway, let's get to this. Okay. So how I feel about this. Let me think. Let me Ooh, let me take a drink. So refreshing. Okay.
Does she look trans though? Or does
No,
she look like
I
a
mean, she can
boy?
pass. She could pass.
Mhm.
I don't feel any type of way about this really
Mhm.
either.
Mhm.
For me, I feel like um she's living her life as a woman daily,
Yeah.
not as a man. She's living her
Yeah.
life as a woman.
Mhm.
And at the same time, she didn't ask for any preferential treatment. They chose her. She went to a casting call like all the other women, and
But
they
did
chose.
she reveal herself as trans?
I'm sure that she did because have you seen the last Project Runway? I'm a big Project Runway fan, and I was a big Top Model fan too. But the last Project Runways, they've had transgender models on there, and they told them when they give them the model card, when they pick their model card, it
Mhm.
says it on there. And they have had lots of them on the
Oh,
show.
trans.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they on Project Runway is where they make the clothes, and
Mhm.
so they have been the models for the clothes. And um yeah, I don't feel any way about this. I feel like she's living her life as a woman. She's presenting as a woman. She didn't ask for any type of preferential treatment.
I I
Justice said,
I think she
Justice said he
did.
think he need a drink for this story too.
But you know what? I think she did ask for preferential treatment when she identified herself as a trans woman.
Really?
Yeah.
I I would have to disagree because I feel like that is something that they would have to disclose, not to everyone, but to the people that are running the show because these are clothes. They're going to be scantily clad. They don't want any wardrobe malfunctions. You see what I'm saying? I think it would be different if I don't know if they're fully.
Transition or
Yeah,
had the bottom surgery.
right. So if they didn't, yes, I feel like they should disclose that because of the type of clothing that she was wearing. We're talking about lingerie. Um and like I said, we don't want any wardrobe malfunctions on the runway. So yeah, I think that she did the right thing. in stating that and letting it be known. Um, but I also think, and we ain't gonna lie, because some of these transgenders, baby, they putting some of us to shame.
Well, look at her. She's a supermodel. You know.
Um, I think supermodel is debatable because I don't really know who she is. I mean, how do
I
you
mean,
define supermodel?
would you um reason why I say supermodel because she's walking for Victoria's Secret.
Oh yeah,
That's
no.
why I said that.
She would have had to be on Sports Illustrated, walking for Victoria's Secret, and doing a lot of other, shows, big shows for me to be considered a supermodel.
Okay. Well,
That's
I'm
that's
not
just
for
me.
sure. Let me see. What is her resume?
But I think this is interesting. I do think in some cases they get preferential treatment because sometimes that's what the designers may be looking for now. Somebody that's androgynous. That's a thing.
There's another transgender that walked the show too.
Let me see. They have several pictures on this page.
Alex Consani.
Alex Kasani, maybe it's nope. That's what she looked like with no makeup. Let me see if this the Alex. Yep, this is the Alex right
Yeah,
here.
with the wings on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now that one, that's a RuPaul.
Yeah,
That's a RuPaul right there for me.
yeah. But a lot of the supermodels are like real bony.
They are.
You know. Carrington is saying, I mean, if she or whoever is want to classify as didn't have the surgery, it shouldn't be on the Victoria's Secret runway until the surgery is complete. Maybe
Mm,
they had bottom surgery.
I don't know. I mean, it's
I'm not for sure.
okay, girl. It do look like she got on a pamper too. Okay, I was like, child.
I don't know what she got on.
Okay, but anyway, this was your topic. Everybody that's watching, I just want y'all to know
She
this
don't
one.
look like no angel though.
Girl.
Look, Satan the Lord, I
Girl.
rebuke you. I
Music.
bind you in Jesus' name.
I just got taken out of here. Did she just pull out a cross? Did y'all see that? This was her article, and she put a
Satan the
black book
Lord, I
and a
rebuke
cross.
you.
I cannot. And let me go back over here to Tyra Banks. Uh, she walked in the same show. She actually closed the show, and I don't actually like Tyra Banks. She's a mean girl.
Okay.
She's a mean girl, but she looks good for her age. For the age that she is walking on this runway. She looks good. And she walked, baby. She walked
She
that.
was killing it.
Yeah, she
Okay.
like just like she normally, do when she
Well,
was
now
on
why
top.
did you call her? See, maybe I don't follow Tyra Banks that much. Why do you call her a mean girl?
Oh, she was very mean on the show, on the top
That one
show.
top model show. Okay.
Yeah, she was very mean on the show to me. And it
Okay.
was specifically to the women of color
Hmm.
that she was mean to.
I wonder why.
She would make mean comments to. And I don't know, because I feel like sometimes us when we
We
get into
mean to
business,
each other.
we feel like we have to be more critical of us than we are
Okay.
of the other people.
Okay.
Oh my God, what the hell? I'm dead. Wendy Williams as a mean girl, look where it got her. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, I feel like Tyra Banks' show did not last. Because look at the Project One Way. Heidi Klum started that show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the show has transitioned but continued without her being on it because she was not a mean girl. She
And
was
she's probably executive producer of that,
Oh
right?
yeah, she still is, but
Mm-hmm.
look at how she was able to transition and that show continued.
Mm-hmm.
Tyra
Yeah.
Banks was not able to do that with Top Model because it became known as
The
like a place,
toxic.
yeah, a
Mhm.
toxic place. And some of the contestants have done interviews stating as such. So
That's so sad. That's sad. You think she would she opened a lot of doors for people,
she did.
you
She
know.
did. And I feel like if it wasn't for her, we would not know Eva.
Yeah, Eva
Um,
Marcel.
yeah,
Yeah.
we would not know her.
Mhm.
If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't know Yaya.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yaya is now
Mhm.
a actress, slash
Mhm.
model. We wouldn't know her.
And
Um,
Tara, remember Tara? She was kind of
yeah, and
thick. She was
she
thick and
was the
tall.
plus
She was
size, what
real
they
pretty.
consider the plus
Yeah.
size model, but she's, going on and excelling, and she's working with
Yeah.
Derek Blanks and, just listen, child, this my show, honey. We could talk about this all night. But,
Mhm.
I feel like uh her show was not able to transition
Mm.
because of, the connotation that
Mhm.
it got.
And
Mhm.
sometimes their personal life is unfulfilling, or they in turmoil, and they, it translate into their professional life.
Right. I mean, listen, we get ready to take a trip back down memory lane because it's my turn to
Okay.
talk about something. And I want to talk about something that has recently, I'm looking for my article. Y'all give me a second. Come back into the news. When I was growing up, it was it happened when I was in middle school. And I'm talking about the Menendez brothers.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we were talking about that.
And baby, listen,
What are they
what
trying to
the thing that's going on now with this Menendez brother stuff,
mhm.
child, is throwing me for all kinds of loops. Um, Now they are talking about the Menendez brothers should be released from prison because of the sexual assault allegations that they
Experience with their
yeah,
father.
allegedly, we're gonna say
Mhm.
allegedly,
Mhm.
from their parentals.
Mhm.
Well, mainly, I think they were saying their father.
Their father, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play this. Let me see how long it is, but anyway, it's on 2020.
Tonight, could two of the most infamous killers ever soon be headed toward freedom?
Lyle and Eric Menendez making new headlines 35 years after murdering their parents.
Everyone has an opinion on them. Now,
Two pieces of evidence now coming to light.
new interviews,
I don't think that they deserve to be in prison until they die.
When can we as a society say we made a mistake?
all the breaking details on 2020. Tonight at 9/8 Central on ABC.
Child,
When Rosie O'Donnell shows up,
I
I
already
feel
know. It's
real
gonna be
confident about
right,
it.
okay? I already feel like they should stay in there forever. Forever.
When
Okay?
she's part of the, I don't know. I don't feel real confident about that, but
Listen to this part. 20 of their family members showed up to court to speak on their behalf. Did you see their picture when they showed them what they look like now? Girl, they still look like alleged murderers to me.
they still kind of look kind of psycho, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Um.
so, and then the father's brother, I think it's the father's brother or
Mhm.
sister, I'm not sure. I think it's brother though, said they should never get out.
The
So
father's
he was,
brother.
yeah, so
Okay.
I think it's the father's side of the family that is not agreeing, but the mother's side of the family is saying
They
that they
should.
should get out because see, the
That's
mother didn't
interesting.
assault them, so they saying that, that's something the father did and they should have been considered. But listen, before you watch that 2020 special,
Mhm.
go over to Netflix
I already
and watch
watched it.
that. Like I'm still watching it currently. But
Yeah.
go over there and watch that. When I was in middle school, this was so crazy because I was like my last year in middle school, this happened, I believe. And I was getting ready to go to high school. And I was like, they did what?
They killed their parents because you wouldn't have. That wouldn't even cross your mind.
Mm. And listen, the way the Menendez series starts out with the brother going to see the therapist blows my mind. That right there alone tell me they need to stay where they at until they
Yeah.
at least get old enough that they can't really harm
Anybody,
anybody else.
right?
Because baby, they playing this thing to a T. Okay. And I'm like, ain't no way. But we're gonna see what happens. Like, I feel like unbelievable things have been happening, so I'm not gonna discount that. This something might happen, and they might actually make it out of there.
But
So
what do you remember
I'm trying to
or
say,
do you recall what the father's profession was?
I don't remember.
He was in the music industry. He was
Oh,
a big time
that's
executive
right. And I don't
for
know.
one of the music.
When I was sitting there watching it, I said, "Why would they drop this right after they arrest Diddy? Why would they
Mm-hmm.
do that?" So I knew that was timing.
Mm-hmm.
Once I sat there and thought about it, let me find this old crazy article you sent me with this man.
Yeah. So
What was Monday's date? So
let me see if I can.
never mind, I got it.
You got it. Okay.
This this is incredible. But yeah, go over and watch the Menendez brothers. Get in the comments and let me know where you were when this Menendez brothers thing took place.
Took place.
Like, what were you doing? How old were you?
What year did that happen now?
Uh, 80 something? Hold on, let me check. Hold on one second because I got to reshare my screen. What is this? Let me see what the people saying. When the uncle says, wait a minute, I got to read this. When the uncle says that they should not be let go, that's it. Okay. I'm telling you. I am telling you. And I mean, that man was adamant. He said, absolutely not. I said,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. And see that now they are trained in everything to gain the system. Okay. So 1989. I knew it was 88 or 89. I was in middle school. I remember.
I'm trying to think, where was I? I was in middle school or going to middle school.
What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments before we go to the next topic. What do you think about this? This is scary because for me, if they get the opportunity to get out, do you know how many people that will let out of prison? Do you know how many people will be using this as a precedent to get released early, saying that they were sexually assaulted if it was mentioned in their case and they got prosecuted?
Well, you think of R. Kelly. R. Kelly didn't even do anything to nobody. Well, he did what was done to him, but he said he was essayed by his sister.
Right. And his brother confirmed it, but I don't know how, if you know, how credible, they are. The brother
The
crazy.
brothers, the
The
brother
brother
crazy
been
too.
in and out of jail and he
Mhm.
just crazy. Allegedly. But I don't know how credible that they are. You think they should at least have a retrial? Carrington said he was a sperm in 19. I'm dead. Shanita,
He was
you
still
think,
swimming in the balls.
yeah, child, he wasn't even a tickle in his daddy ball.
He wasn't even a tickle.
Sorry, Carrington. Sorry, Carrington. 75% plus could be released. See, Justin, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, this is going to set a precedent that if any, you know, any type of crime that was committed against parents and at the time introduced into evidence was that the child or whoever did it had been sexually assaulted by either of the parents and they get out, that's a ripple effect. That's going to be a ripple effect.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm not discounting sexual assault victims, um, but putting in proper perspective, because you were sexually assaulted, do that give you the right to kill someone? Is the question that I would put forth
Mm-hmm.
to the judge.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were sexually assaulted allegedly, does that give them the right to kill someone? Especially when the one of the brothers was in therapy. So yeah.
They said you know, the father not only was he abusive, like sexually abusing them, he was I guess mentally abusive towards them. He would scream at them and all that crazy stuff.
They lucky they wasn't black.
That's what
I
I
mean, that's
said.
a normal occurrence in a black home. Not
Yeah.
the SA part, but the yelling,
Yelling and
the
screaming.
yeah, I mean, saying you dumb, you stupid. I mean,
Yeah.
girl, this case, I'm looking at this case closely because, like I said, it's a lot of black African American men and women that could claim the same thing, and
But we
even
didn't
more
we I don't remember hearing those stories about black kids killing their parents.
no, there are some though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean, there are some, and there may even be more than you even realize. Just because they weren't famous, they didn't get publicized.
Mm-hmm.
Their dad was a big music exec, so you know that's why this is in the light. If they was just it would have been something I feel like that was reported in passing if their father wasn't who he was. You have to wonder why the brother did it to the younger one. He got it from somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
How do you really, and that's my question, Justin. How do you prove it really happened or not?
You can't.
Like for me, if these family members are speaking saying that they should be released, I feel like, do you know if this is real? If this was real? If you can't corroborate what they're saying, I no,
You,
absolutely not.
so the father was sexually assaulting the boys allegedly, right?
Alleged.
Usually that happens if he was sexually abused. And if he was sexually abused, why wouldn't the brother have that same experience unless they grew up way differently? You know what I'm saying?
And for me, there was just so many lies. Listen, y'all, when I'm gonna tell y'all this one thing that took me out on this Netflix thing. When they were sitting at the table eating, and the older brother said that he was gonna move in with his girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and his toupee got ripped off.
Oh, but the wife, the mom ripped it off,
Yeah,
right?
but the younger brother was such in shock
He
when
was like,
when she did it. The younger brother said,
yeah, he was
he was
disturbed.
mortified. Okay,
He was
when
disturbed.
if you please go and watch it because he was mortified when the mama did it. He said,
Yeah, he was
and
disturbed.
his older brother ran to the pool house where they stayed at. He ran out there. He was like, "When did you lose your hair?" He didn't even care that his mama had disrespected his brother by ripping his hair off. He said, "When did you How's my acting skills? Was it good?
It
I
was
think
really good.
yeah, I think it was
It was
just like
really
the
good.
boy.
It was believable too.
Listen, when he said it sent me, and I was like, yeah, they absolutely did what they said they did, because this boy is more upset that his brother didn't tell him he didn't have no hair than his mama standing up
Standing
and
there, ripping
off
it
his
off.
toupee. And I felt like she almost ripped his skull off because the way he jumped.
Well, did you remember he said they're like little hooks in
Yeah,
his
and so
scalp?
that is like the screws got a hole
Yeah,
in it, and so it hooks, and I was like, "When? Absolutely not." Oh,
that's that
thank you,
money.
Carrington. Thank you. Thank you, Carrington.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
God.
Thank you
You
to all my fans. Thank you.
no, you didn't.
You gonna get the fuel. You gonna get the foolery tonight. Thank you.
No, you didn't. Who was screaming though? Like,
Okay, thank you. Don't worry
yeah, you
about who's
had
screaming.
men in there and
Thank
women.
you.
Like, what
Thank
kind
you.
of
They my biggest
audience you
fan.
got?
They my biggest fan. Don't you worry about it. They just catch me on the next show
It sound like
when
you
I'm there.
pull some crackheads off the streets. Like, y'all yell into the mic and say yes.
Absolutely not. Don't you worry about who's screaming for me.
You
Get your
went
own crew.
you went downtown Chicago and asked some crackheads. Like,
Okay,
let me record
this right here, Justin. Listen, I have combed through so many old articles trying to see if this was even mentioned, because I feel like the media would have had a field day with this. They would have really tried to pick this apart. And with the father being in the industry, I feel like that would have been something that would have been talked about, just, a little bit, at least in the media.
hmm
But I have yet to find an article that even mentions that part. And I don't know who did the series on Netflix either. And I'm interested, when I get off of here, I'm going to be doing some work, but I'm going to go to 2020 on Hulu, and I'm going to watch the 2020 special, just because this happened, when I was in middle school. So I'm familiar with the case, and I'm familiar with everything that went on. But listen, also in the Netflix film, you have to go and see how they portrayed the brothers. So you remember when the kids came trick-or-treating for candy?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
the older brother was so
Oh
horrible.
yeah, he was horrible.
He was horrible. And so that's why for me, yeah, no. And they don't look no different today. They probably look even more scarier today than they did when they was bringing them in and out of the courtroom when this case was happening. And for me, you got to think, what up, worldwide? You got to think, now they've been in jail for 35 years. What have they learned from these other criminals?
Amen. Yeah, and like they probably know how to
I mean, it's
do a
so
lot of other
many,
scams and
it's
shit.
so many different things, just by talking to probably some people in there. Hey, what did you do? What happened? Well, why did you do that? Let's go to the library and look up how you should have did it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
now they have so much time to revamp and do
Right.
perfect or whatever.
Yeah,
So
re-perfect
they
their
let
killing
their
skills.
father on trial.
L-
Yes.
what is
And
what
I
is
don't know
that?
what type of evidence. I mean, there is nobody to corroborate this newfound evidence or newfound whatever. Like, for me, this is wild. It's absolutely wild.
But every 25, 30 years you have some type of famous case. Oh, we found new evidence, or we're trying to relook at their trial after they was found guilty and convicted of life in prison. Just like that Peterson guy. Remember about
Peterson?
what'd you say?
His name was Scott Peterson.
Scott Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
They said they found new evidence that might prove his innocence.
Mm.
But the judge denied. I guess they wanted to test it for DNA, but the judge denied it.
Well, Shanita, I like this question, but do they deserve to stay there if their dad was an abuser? I feel like this is the question. This is not that question. This is the question. Should you be released? Does being SA'd give you the right to kill someone? That is the question. That is the question. Not the question that you're asking. The question is, if you were SA'd, do you have the right to kill some? Because if they release these young men, that is what they're saying. That is what they're saying to me.
I agree with that, but then I look at a person that was essayed as a child. I could see the anger.
I see the anger, but were they children? The oldest was in college.
Well, he was just. I think he was
He was like
21.
19. He was 21. So
Well,
he
yeah,
was in college.
the other one was 18. I think he
Right.
was. Yeah,
Right. So they were not children.
children. Yeah.
They were not. I mean, they were of age to even leave their parents' home if they wanted to.
Well, this is why I'm inclined to think that they shouldn't be released, because they schemed to kill their mother and father in such a way so they could benefit for the life insurance.
And let's talk. Let's add. I want to ask this other question. So okay. So let's say they were SA, right?
Mhm.
Do I feel like they should be in jail for the rest of their life? I don't know. Maybe not, but I feel like they need a psychiatric evaluation to determine if they're fit for society.
I don't even think they should have been. Now that you're talking about, was the evidence ever revealed that they were sexually assaulted in the actual case?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that was presented and they found like, oh, this was the reason or one of the reasons why they did this heinous thing towards their parents, they shouldn't have been put in a regular prison system either. They should have been put in one of those prison systems where they have like almost a psych ward.
Right. So that's why I'm saying, the younger one, because the younger one, for me, the way that it was portrayed in the movie. Now I don't know actually how it was, but the way it was portrayed in the movie is the younger one made it seem like he was afraid of the older brother, because when he went to the therapist and began to talk to the therapist, he started off saying he did something that he regretted. Do you remember? He came in and he was crying, and the man asked him, "Why you crying? You okay?" And he was like, um, maybe we can take a walk in the park. I'm like, yeah, get out that room, therapist, because you might not make it out. Go
Yeah,
out.
I was in fear for the therapist's life.
Listen, I was nervous. Okay, and them two actors, baby, they did that. Okay, they did that. So I'm feeling like the younger one, they both had to be tried as adults because they were adults. They were of
adults.
adult
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling like the younger one, because he was going to the therapist, they should have evaluated that then. You know what I'm saying? They should have, evaluated, okay, let's think about what the one that actually was going to the therapist said. That older one, baby, no. To me, allegedly, he screams serial killer. And I would be afraid to let him out because he has real anger issues. And being locked up doesn't change that. You see what I'm saying?
I think he has some drug issues too. Something
He
wrong
would
with
have
him.
had, and that probably did not stop in jail because it's more drugs in jail
In
than it is
jail.
outside on the street.
Yeah.
He would have had to have some deep therapy, the older one, while he was in prison, and I know that didn't happen.
Yeah. They ain't get no damn therapy.
Now, I know that did not happen. So that's why I feel like, okay, let's go with this essay thing. If that's the case, they need to be, psychologically evaluated. What up? 810 News Media Group in the house. If you have not subscribed to the 810 Media Group, please do. There are things popping off in Flint. But yeah, I feel like this is gonna be tricky. This is gonna be a tricky thing, and uh, uh I'm just not liking the connotations of what might happen if they are granted a new trial and they are released. I'm worried.
I wouldn't even say grant a new trial. I think they just served their time.
Wow.
I
With
think they
no.
served their
For me,
time, do a psych evaluation,
yeah,
and their
I mean,
time is
for me,
served.
that psych evaluation before release and definitely probation for like, so many years where they have to check in, they have to go to therapy. For me, it would have to be certain parameters, for them. If they're gonna release them, they will have to follow these parameters or they are going back to jail. You see what I'm saying? Because that crime was so heinous. Against a parent. I forgot what the therapist called it. What did he call it? Parenticide or something like that. I think he
Yeah,
called
something like
it
that.
parenticide. Um,
But the therapist was trying to extort them too.
and it's not a wonder that they didn't, really wasn't being helped. At least the younger one, by that, because the therapist was off for me. Because when uh he proceeded to tell him what they did, I'm finna call the police. Absolutely not. But,
And
so
they end up, didn't they arrest the therapist, or did you get to that
mhm.
part yet? Okay.
Yeah.
And they,
But, I'm not finished, but yeah.
yeah,
But yeah,
okay.
y'all go and watch that and then watch the 2020 thing. I'm telling you to watch the Netflix thing first so that you can understand what's happening on the 2020 thing. Because 2020, they're gonna condense it because they only have a certain amount of time. I don't know if it was like an hour or so, but they only have a certain amount of time. But you go to Netflix and watch that. How many episodes was it? 9?
9, yeah,
Yeah, go
like
watch the
9.
9 episodes. That's gonna tell you what they did, what happened, everything, so you'll be up to speed. Because I know half of y'all not. And then go watch the 2020 thing to see what they're trying to do 35 years later. Okay? All right. Shania said he lost his license. As he should, girl, because he was a horrible therapist anyway. Girl, child. This is
Therapist off the chain.
Shawan's story, y'all. What? Child, here you go right
Yeah,
here.
you gotta click on that. It's a video, I think. It's a
Oh,
video.
not that. And this
Look on the corner.
wait.
The
Oh,
bottom corner, you see the play button?
hold on, child. Oh, this right here. We know.
Move your mouse. Oh yeah, you got
I
it.
don't see it. I saw this
No,
man.
it's right here. Isn't it right here? You see my mouse? Oh no, you can't see my mouse.
Duh. This is funny. Hold on. I see this thing that says right here on the side that says a man wanted in UK looking to evade the police was found by Bedfordshire officers hiding inside his sofa, wearing nothing but his underwear. There was a picture. Hold on. Let me go back to my. Let me see if I can bring it up again and it show me. Okay,
Did it bring it up?
it did. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me switch to this page.
Oh no, yeah, opened it my way. Yeah.
You see it?
Wait.
Mm.
Oh, look, he's hiding in the sofa. Out you come. Amy, we've got one here hiding under the sofa. Right, I'll end it your way. We're going to go this way. Oh no, yeah, opened it my way. Yeah. Wait, this side on it. Oh, look, he's hiding in the sofa. Out you come. Amy, we've got one here hiding under the sofa.
Okay, everybody up here saying they done. Guess what? I am
If you
too,
get
guys.
sick with COVID-19,
Because
someone
when
will
she
feel
sent
all
this to
alone.
me, I said he got to be a Republican. She said that's the UK. He could still be a Republican though.
Yeah, it says a wanted man in UK looking to evade the police was found in Bedfordshire's officers hiding inside his sofa wearing nothing but his underwear. Um, we thought the man would be more comfortable tucked into bed, so he'll be spending the next few hours in a custody cell. Little less of a squeeze. That's what the Bedfordshire police says.
I'm dead.
Oh my God.
I'm so dead. What in your okay, so he actually was pretty tucked in there. Like
How did you get in there? Like, how do you?
listen, who been tossing your salad that you was able to fold yourself up? You know what? Let me take a drink.
He was like folded up.
Shanita said, "What was the crime?"
They didn't say the crime. They just said he was hiding from the law. He was hiding
Child,
in the sofa. Like, who does that?
Is he a circus act? Because the way he was folded up in that in that couch was giving Rubber Band Man. I'm just saying. You didn't think that was
right?
I mean, he in his drawers. How did he know the police was coming? So he knew the police was coming. He still didn't get dressed. He just like, I'm going with my drawers and that's what I'm doing.
That's
I'm
what they
confused.
doing. Okay, so this is on BBC. Let me
I
see.
love the BBC, by the way.
No, they're not saying why he was wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yes, girl. It's giving very much contortionist. It's giving very much. I get my salad tossed on the regular. It's giving very much legs behind your head.
Yeah, he was folded up in that couch.
Okay, this is the run around after dark. You better buckle up, Buttercup.
Buckle up.
If y'all can listen to Shawan saying boiled eggs in the booty in the morning, y'all better act like y'all hear me. Shanita said, "Put your cup down, super."
Like look, Shanita, super producer is lit.
Okay, Rich Homie Quan. Leg behind his ears, very much given.
Very much.
You see how he was folded into that couch.
He was like,
this man was
with his booty out.
He was giving Kama Sutra.
Kama Sutra.
Hey, I'm trying to find out is he available? I'm trying to see something. I mean, let me get. You know, I'm a whole investigator. Let me get online so can I contact this man.
They didn't have his name on here.
I don't need a name. You just listen. I can find anything I want to find. I'm just saying. The mayor's probably getting prepared for his next act. And what act would that be? The Universal Soul Circus? What we doing? I mean, That was unbelievable. Anywho, because I digress, because child, listen, I posted today and told the people, living my life like I'm hoeing.
No, you're not. Look,
Since nobody
saying
wants
the Lord, I rebuke you.
not you rebuke it.
I bind you in Jesus' name.
Listen, even the Bible says that man cannot live on bread alone.
What?
That's what the Bible says.
I'm gonna put
So
my
take
cross
it up
around
with
my neck. So
take it up with your
the
Savior.
demon
Okay,
won't
because your
get me.
Savior said that man can't live on bread alone. So take it up with him. Anyway,
I'm gonna protect myself from these demons.
after a with the super producer, I'm going to handle more than ever. Okay. Wait a minute, Justin. I need some clarification because I'm drinking, but I know that didn't come out right. Let me know, Justin. What we talking about? Okay. I'm saying like okay. Okay. New meaning for hands on your knees. No, this new meaning for head, shoulders, knees, and toes. That's what this is new meaning for. Okay. Okay. That's what let me see what Justin said.
Wash your eyes in her closet. Yes.
Now I don't share, Justin. You're gonna have to go from her house to mine. I ain't sharing.
No.
Okay. But I need to know about this.
I'm
No.
putting my cross on my neck.
What I just tell you? The Bible says that man cannot live on bread alone. Take it up with your Savior. Take it up with your Savior. I think this is mine. This next story here is mine. Y'all, we need to talk about this Elon Musk dude because I just don't trust him. And a lot of things that he's doing is not scaring me, but I feel like it's just too much. I feel like he's been doing this for some time.
Too advanced for you.
Without any oversight.
Regulation.
It says Tesla's full self-driving feature probed by feds after several deadly crashes. So a lot of people have been dying using there's a self-driving feature on these Teslas that people have been using, and the car has been crashing and killing them. Because it's going at whatever I think like the computer senses whatever the speed is supposed to be, and then it adjusts to whatever the speed is around you. So whoever's whatever.
So
speed
they have
you are
sensors
going.
on the
Right, because there's cameras all around the Tesla.
car. Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing that I like about it. If you ever get in a car accident, there's a USB in the glove box that you can take out and give to the police because it has what happened in the crash. So if somebody hits you, it has it registered on the computer, and there's a USB that you take out and it has the files on there. I mean, there's a lot of things about Teslas that I like, but there's a lot of things that I don't. Child, when it snowed here one time, there was a parking lot, where they have those things that because if you don't get the charging thing put in your home, you have to go to a charging station.
Okay.
And there was a parking lot. It was like for me, it was like a graveyard of Teslas that wouldn't charge. And what people did not know was that there is a button on the battery, it's in the software. So you have to go in the software settings and turn on cold weather for the battery. So that you can charge the battery in cold weather. If you don't turn this on, you can't charge. The battery won't take a charge. That's a tip from the super producer. If you have a Tesla, when it gets cold, and it's about to get cold, go to your settings, turn on the cold weather feature for the battery charger, and you will be able to charge your Tesla when it gets cold and it's snowing. While you sit at the other people and be waiting for a tow truck to come get them because they don't know that they have to do that. But hopefully people learned here from that. Yeah.
So what was the I guess the circumstances surrounding these incidents? These car
Um,
crashes.
one of them fatally struck a pedestrian.
Okay.
For the life of me, the person that was in the car, I'm confused because you just let the car strike the pedestrian.
Maybe
What were
they
you
was
doing?
asleep. They probably was
Yeah,
asleep.
they probably were. Now that's probably really was what happened. Let's see.
Mhm.
I know that one said they hit a pedestrian. Um, it don't list too many others. I'm sure they don't want to get into the details, but I did read one other story where one man was driving, and I think it was at night, and so he got tired, and I think he turned the feature on, and it drove into a tree. It drove off
Oh
the
my
expressway
God, that's
into a
horrible.
tree, and so he didn't even see it coming. So, um, these cyber trucks are having so many update problems. Um, child, that thing looked like a big old air fryer on wheels.
I like
I'm
the
just
Cybertruck.
not.
I think they're cool.
mm, No, I'm not
Like real
interested in
space
that.
agey.
Now, you know what I think that he just made that was cool? Did you see his new Tesla van that holds 20
Oh
people?
yeah, the passenger.
Now
Yeah, I think that's cool too.
that one, I like that one. But I'm just for purposes of all of um the government being in your business, I feel like his company is collecting a lot of information on you,
Okay.
unbeknownst to you,
Okay.
with this Tesla stuff and this satellite that he have, and you know all of these things that you have to. You see his Tesla phone?
Oh
Now
yeah,
now
yeah.
they're
I see. He
creating a
has a
Tesla
Tesla
phone.
phone.
No,
Hmm.
no, 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 no. Because I feel like he is collecting a lot of information on you. Y'all better start. You want to be in the future so bad. This man got your social security number, your kid's social security number. You don't know what that Tesla is collecting. You know all of the information that it could be collecting.
I feel the same for like Google. What is it? Google. Um, the Google Dot, Amazon Echo Dot. I
Yeah,
feel the same about them too.
but you can turn it off though. I mean, those are things that you can turn off.
Okay,
I don't feel like
that's the same
I
with the
don't feel
Tesla,
like
right?
no. No, ma'am. Because
What
if
do you
you
mean?
turn off any of those features, these things start acting berserk. Like they all kind of work together. They're kind of integrated, into the system. And he has this satellite. You know that, right? What do they call it? The
The
Starlink.
Starlink. Hmm.
Yeah, he has this Starlink satellite that of course these Teslas talk to. So
Okay.
like for me, no, that's too much. I put my fingerprint on the door to open the door.
Okay.
They got the key, you got the key card, but once you touch the door and it gets your fingerprint, then only you can open the door now,
Okay.
with it. But now you got my fingerprint. You see what I'm saying? It's like a whole bunch of collection of information of me. What are you doing with that information? Could he be cloning people? He is all of a sudden coming out with this technology that he didn't let people know that he was working on.
I'm pretty sure the government knew he was working on it. Matter of fact, normally
I I'm
when you
not
get
sure.
grants from
Was he getting grants?
he probably was. If you look to see, I'm pretty sure you could see
That's
because
something
it's
that I
like
would
high
like.
end technology.
That's
And
something I would like to check because let me tell you, before all this started, and he did this Tesla stuff, he actually sold everything that he owned and
oh
started
yeah,
living
yeah.
out of a hotel in
Hmm.
order to start this Tesla. So I'm not sure that any grants had to be used because he was a millionaire, in his own right.
Just saying with the Starship and the Starlink stuff. I think that was government funded. And matter of fact, that's why they was giving him I don't know if you remember, they was giving Congress was giving him a whole bunch of crap because he decided to shut off his satellite services in I think it was Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And reason why he did that is because he said, well, I do business with not only Ukraine, I do business in Russia and over in that area, and I don't want to get in between, what y'all got going on. He said I wasn't trying to get into that. So
You just said
Congress gave
one
him
of
a
my
whole bunch of
stories.
crap.
Yeah, you
What you
just said
say?
one of my stories that I was gonna put up too. The R.
Oh, what
Kelly
was it?
one. The R. Kelly one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna put it. But yeah, so for me, I feel like he's a little dangerous. While these Tesla, all of these Tesla things, people want to have them, because it's Elon Musk. It's futuristic technology. You better start thinking what he doing with this information that he's collecting on you.
But we could say that about Tesla, but like my laptop, I got a MacBook. It goes by my fingerprint.
Yeah, I have
Lot
that
of
too.
your phones is biometric. They scan your face. So
I,
I
I
mean,
I have that too, and I'm still going to say the same thing. You better be wary of my phone. Don't have that scan thing. I don't have that phone anymore. I got rid of it when I felt like one time I went to open my phone with it, and it was like it didn't recognize my face because I changed my hair.
oh, because you changed you got surgery.
No, I changed my
I'm
hairstyle.
just joking with
I
you.
changed my hairstyle, and I was like, so my
Like
face
you can't.
ain't the same. Because what if somebody comes and their nose shape is almost similar to mine? That thing might open for somebody else. You know what? Do you know these three twins? These triplets. Sorry, these triplets. Name Well, the one that has the page, his name is Jason. They have iPhones. They're triplets. They opened each other's iPhones with the facial recognition thing. And I was like, absolutely not. Because while they're they're identical triplets, there should be little nuances that the phone should pick up to say, no, this is not Jason.
I don't know. I don't know if that technology is advanced. If you're identical triplets, do you have the same fingerprints?
I don't even know. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
was that's just random thought. I
Yeah,
was
that's
just
something
thinking
I
randomly.
never asked. So it's something I never thought to look up. Um, when we take flights or a cruise now, I just look in the camera and I'm identified. Yeah, I don't do none of that. They
They
use the
use your retina in your
I
eyes.
don't do none of that because I feel like, child, this cloning stuff, while y'all think they not working on this stuff, oh, they working on it, baby. They working on it.
I wouldn't Elon. I wouldn't think he would be cloning. We better be looking at Bill Gates for cloning. He's
Child,
into the
for me,
making
Elon
fake
Musk,
meat and
Elon
all
Musk
that
wants to
bullshit.
be Elon Musk wants to be at the precipice of everything. He wants his name mentioned in everything. So I absolutely think he's doing something over there in that little Tesla lab building that he got. I
I wouldn't
absolutely
think
think.
I wouldn't think of biotechnology, not with him. More
You
with like
Guess what?
Terminator type
Well,
of
you don't have
stuff
to
with
think
him.
biotechnology with him. That doesn't mean he's not doing it.
I don't think he's doing that kind of stuff. I'm
The,
thinking when you're saying stuff about um the technology like your fingerprints and recognizing things, and I don't think cloning will be his area of expertise.
I
I
just
think
told you.
I think like the robotics type of
Yeah,
thing,
I
like
just told you.
Terminator,
You don't
AI learning, machine learning will
you don't
be
have to
him.
think that. I do. And I know for a fact that he's probably dabbling in it because why have scientists working on other things and not have them at least test something? to see if you can be the first person to successfully do it. Because that's really what we're talking about here. Look, Shanita, y'all gonna be like the Terminator or you know, all these machines start going crazy and y'all gonna have to call me, come pick y'all up in my expedition. I'm
Well,
coming.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Him more Terminator, not cloning DNA. I would think Bill Gates that's his more line of work.
Oh no.
You know.
Elon Musk is doing it, trust me, because that man, he have a serious ego. And he wants to be on the precipice of everything. He is looking into cloning your brain and putting it into a robot. Watch his videos on YouTube. Okay. I try to tell her. Just watch ju- just watched him. Elon is doing a lot. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I'm telling you. He wants to be that. He wants to be the what's that scientist? What is it AI? That movie AI?
It's
With the
called
robot?
iRobot.
AI robot? Is that what it's called? That
No, it's
movie?
called. You talking about Will Smith?
Yeah,
iRobot.
right. He wants to be that company. He wants to be that.
But that wasn't cloning the brain. That was machine AI machine learning.
Right?
The machines got they started learning and teaching themselves, and they programmed themselves in such a way that they advance or
Which what
bypass the three laws,
right, which
if that
what
makes
I
any
think
sense.
is would move him into cloning, which I feel like he's doing with the Teslas. He's testing out the self-driving thing. Can the Tesla correct itself? Can it do this? Apparently they thought it could because they added it, in the software, but I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm gonna play.
Shanita is talking about that brain chip, the Neuralink. That's what she's
Mm,
talking about.
Elon,
That's nothing to do with cloning the brain.
Elon
that's
Musk is
that's
doing
just a
a lot.
chip that you put in
Elon Musk is
your
doing a lot,
brain,
baby.
and you could like.
I bet you he even cloning himself or trying to, because didn't he say somewhere that he want to have a lot of kids? And he do have a lot of kids. He have a lot of kids.
He has 11 kids, but
Yeah.
he's see that this is why I said I don't think he would do cloning. Elon's a person where he believes in advancement of science, but he believes in humanity. That's hence a lot of kids. I don't think he believes in abortion and all that stuff.
Baby, Elon Musk
But
always wants to be on this planet. He does not want to, even if his present self expires, he wants to be cloned so that he can continue his DNA, his self, his essence. He wants to do that. I'm
this
telling
is
you, go look at
just.
Shanita said go over there and look.
I know what you're talking about. It's called Neuralink. It's a chip that they put inside or connect to your brain. Um so but that has nothing to do with cloning. It's like that's totally different things than cloning. If you bionic, like say for instance you lost the eye, he's doing that kind of technology.
Shanita, we know what he said. She'll have to go over there and look for herself.
Well, okay. I mean, if you could send me the article, Shanita, I'm open to read it, but
It's actually
th-
on YouTube.
I'm looking at YouTube and it's saying the bionic chip Neuralink. It's called Neuralink. And I've heard of this before. It's nothing to with cloning the brain. Like, it's putting a chip in your brain, but it's not cloning. It's nothing to do with cloning. And
Shanita, you can send it to my email, stewed up for the tea at gmail.com. I'll send it to her. We'll talk about it.
Yes, send
We'll
it
talk
to
about.
me.
You know what? We'll talk about it on the next runaround.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Stewed up for the tea at gmail.com. Oh, it's stewed up the number 4 the tea at gmail.com. Okay, yeah, everybody that's a nerd wants to be the sci-fi star like Elon. Yeah, it's out here. Okay, let me put this article up. Did you want them to hear this video?
What is
I don't know
this?
what it says. I I don't know if my article. There was another article that came out where she rebuts what somebody said. I'll see if I can find it while they're watching this. Let me take this back.
Okay. Is this the same one?
That's the one you sent me.
Okay.
What counts the job when I Pied Piper. With Leah when she was married to and later alone. But
Okay.
let me see this
I thought it was gonna like
talk about the
talk
article,
about
right?
the article, yeah.
R. Kelly's daughter, what's her name? Buki Abai?
Buku Abi.
Buku,
Buku
okay.
Abi.
Claims a new 2-part documentary series that her father molested her as a child. I wonder where the documentary is going to be on. Abi, whom Kelly shares with ex-wife Andrea Kelly, detail her alleged sexual abuse in an episode of the Karma, A Daughter's Journey series. He was my everything for a long time. I didn't even want to believe it happened. I didn't know that even if he was a bad person, that he would do something to me. Abai, whose legal name is Joanne Kelly, says in the documentary, Abai added that she was too scared to tell anybody. I was too scared to tell my mom. So what do you think about it?
I feel for her if she's too scared to tell her mom these types of things. I mean, I think it's a mother's job to protect your children. And I think the wife, if I was the wife, I would feel some type of way, or the mother. You know, I would feel like really ashamed, you know, that you didn't protect your daughter from this, I guess, your monster husband, I guess. You know. Mr. Kelly said vehemently denies these allegations. His ex-wife made the same allegations years ago, and it was investigated by the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services and was unfounded. And the filmmakers, whoever they are, did not reach out to Mr. Kelly or his team to even allow him to deny these hurtful claims. They still protecting his ass in prison.
Well, protecting the children is both parents' jobs. So, you know, I know that Drea Kelly was a choreographer and everything.
But if you're the monster is the other parent, then it's your job. I mean, even though you probably, not to say she knew what was going on, but come on now. Eventually, you kind of, if you're, I guess, paying attention to your kids, something will give you like, oh, something's going on. Why you acting like this? Kids don't act normal after they get sexually molested. you know,
I mean, and
it's
you know
not a thing that you could cover up.
they have a transgendered daughter too. I mean, wait a minute,
A
son,
son.
transgender son. Okay, she put it in my chat. Let me see. Let me go to my chat and see if I can bring up the article. We'll talk about this next time. Yeah, so that she then came out with this article. It was a rebuttal to the other article, because after that article, the first article came out, people were saying that Drea was telling her to say this, to say these things. And she came back to say, she didn't tell me to say anything. This is what happened. And so that is what this article was about. Hold on, let's click this article so I can save it for the next time.
So it sound like when I was reading this other article, it sounded like she didn't remember. Is that what it sound like to you?
Hold on. I think what she was saying was that she was a kid, so she didn't know that's what it was called, and that's what was happening. I think is more so, how she's trying to say it. But the claims in 2019, when Kelly was facing sexual abuse allegations following the release of surviving R. Kelly at the time, a bi called her estranged father a monster. And source close to Kelly told TMZ he believed she had been brainwashed by her mother. When it comes to him feeling as if my mom has brainwashed us, I feel like it's bull. He knows exactly why we can't have the relationship that we would have liked to have with him. I don't understand how you could put your hands on my mother and then it's meant me to be able to have the same relationship with you. Abaya's mom, Andrea, was married to Kelly from 96 to 2009 and in 2018 accused him of multiple incidents of physical abuse. She's talking here about my mom went through a lot. She went through a lot of mental and emotional and spiritual turmoil. I thought I was never going to get my mama back. Abaya, who's also a musical artist, says of the alleged abuse in the docuseries. I feel like we would have to watch the docuseries because they're not really telling you.
Yeah, I'm not getting no information.
Yeah, I'm
off
not
of this.
getting, but this is a docuseries. It's on I never heard of this network. Have you heard of it? TVEI Streaming Networks.
No,
2-part series. This is
no.
what it looks like. R. Kelly's Karma, A Daughter's Journey.
Why would they call it karma?
Girl, y'all out here playing with people's lives. Y'all out here. What did R. Kelly say in that interview? They trying to kill me.
I ain't doing shit, man.
Okay. Let's do a watch party once it's available. Okay, I agree to that, Shanita. We certainly can. I remember a series about some documentaries about R. Kelly. Just don't remember where about his essay adventures. I forgot what that guy's name is. Torre. I think his name is Torre. He was the first one to interview R. Kelly, not Gail. Torre was. And he was saying lots of things in that interview, and Torre was like, R. Kelly, so that's the interview that I always remember. Is Torre's interview. Before this was a thing, before he was charged, before anything, he says some very damaging things in that interview with Torre.
Oh, he did.
Yes, he did. This was before the allegation. I think this was like around this was the first time, and he got off. Remember in Chicago, it was the first trial.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's funny.
yeah, I think it was the first time. All right, I think I have one last article, far as I'm concerned. This right here. We're going back to my childhood yet again because
I thought you don't like to ruin your childhood.
I don't, but they're ruining it. What can I do?
Mhm.
I mean, to me, like this right here, we're gonna end the show with this, talking about this, because this. Okay, so I think I was in. Let me see when this happened. Let me see when this happened. Yeah, I was in my first year of college at Virginia State University when this happened. When it happened, it was like the whole country was mourning with this person. Put the article up. North Carolina judge in Michael Jordan's father's murder trial pleads for convicted killer's release.
What?
And when I saw the Menendez brother thing, right? That happened after this came out. This came out first. And then that stuff about the Menendez brothers.
Menendez brother.
But this
Yeah.
this is the judge. It's the judge that sentenced the man that killed his father is now going to court or have petitioned the parole board to release him. Child, let me tell you right now. Okay, you felt like it was total sign. I feel like up is now down. What is happening in the world right now? Okay, so let's go to see what he says. Oh, let's see. Let me see if there.
Crimes while adults typically do not participate.
Hold on. Let me see if this one.
Weeks filed an affidavit years.
This is it right here. Hold on 1 second. Oh, stop spinning. Come on, play.
Ago, highlighting evidence he says was not introduced at the trial that he believes could have swayed the outcome of this case. Tonight, it's not clear whether or not his remarks focus on any sense of new evidence or simply was a re-emphasis of his position. One of the highest profile crimes in the state's history, drawing attention once again, as Judge Gregory Weeks, who presided over the case, telling the Parole Commission that a forensic blood analyst investigating the case did not disclose that a blood-like substance found inside Jordan's car may not have been blood at all. Prosecutors say childhood friends Larry Demery and Daniel Green killed Jordan during a robbery gone wrong, while Demery says Green pulled the trigger. Green has denied that, though he has acknowledged he helped Demery dispose of the body. Green is currently serving a life sentence, with Weeks' remarks made during a parole hearing.
In most cases, the parole commissioners will be looking at essentially whether or not they think that you are the type of person who's likely to commit crimes again, and they're basing that judgment off of what kind of classes you've taken, whether or not you've held jobs, whether or not you've managed to stay out of trouble.
However, Ben Finholt, who serves as director of the Just Sentencing Project at Duke School of Law, says there's no formal rubric, making North Carolina an outlier in this regard. Another difference, defendants who commit crimes while adults typically do not participate in their hearings, and Green was not present Tuesday.
This is the only part of the criminal justice system where hearing directly from the person accused is not of the highest importance.
Currently, there are two separate ongoing legal efforts on Green's behalf. One is the standard parole process. The second is a motion for appropriate release, which is a post-conviction challenge to a conviction or sentence. A motion in Robeson County Superior Court was denied last October, and his legal team is in the process of drafting an appeal to the NC Court of Appeals. Now, Green was last up for parole in 2021. A spokesperson for the Department of Corrections tells ABC 11 that testimony provided to the Parole Commission is confidential, meaning they are unable to release any sense of transcripts or recordings. Now, the Parole Commission is going to take what they learned from this hearing, review it for at least a month, though Finholt says in some cases it can take much longer than that for a final parole determination, one way or the other, to be issued. In Durham, I'm Michael Perchik, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Okay.
You know, if they are saying that, so they did not test the blood that
No,
they found in the car?
no, they tested it and it turned out that it was not I think it came back as not being a blood substance. So it's something that looked like blood. So it could have been fruit punch. It could have been, I don't know what it could have been, but it was red, so they thought it was blood. Or with that iridescent stuff that they sprayed, it could have popped as that. Something stain was there, and when they tested it, it did not come back as blood. And so that lab person did not include that in the evidence report that was submitted
See,
during the trial.
this is a problem that we have in the criminal justice system. Oh, he admitted it, or he was in the area, or he admitted it to disposing the body. That because that's what they said. He helped dispose the body, but he didn't
Yeah,
kill
he
him.
said he was not there for the actual robbery and crime, but he did help him dispose of the body.
I mean, I don't know how much time you should give for that, but I think it's a problem when they just like not including evidence. That I think that's a real problem that
For me,
we
that's a
have.
basis for a mistrial because why
Yeah,
did
I
you
mean,
not
like,
put
why
that?
wouldn't you include that?
Yeah, and since the man had pleaded not guilty, you see what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So
yeah.
he got the sentence that he got because he pleaded not guilty.
And I don't know how it works, but logically, hey, we went up to the crime scene. We have 30 pictures or 30 things that we are collecting evidence from and or testing. Okay, and that information will go to the prosecutor and the defendant, right? When you look to see, okay, we're missing this line item, or did somebody actually go in the chain of custody? That's what the word I'm looking for. Did somebody actually change the chain of custody to delete it, or was they're just lazy? They didn't even go back and question.
Now,
That.
initially, I do know that there is a preliminary report. So when they go out to the crime scene, they are numbering, taking, those little triangles you see
Yeah,
with
the
the numbers on
triangles,
it.
they put the
So
numbers on it.
you're numbering
Mm-hmm.
and they're taking pictures.
Right.
I don't know necessarily that they're saying, on a line item, we doing this, and this. I feel what they normally do is take the pictures, then they're going back because
And
the
putting it
car
on
would have
this
been towed.
spreadsheet or
Yeah,
whatever.
the car would have been towed back to the evidence building, and they would then look at the numbered pictures and see what they needed to process and send to the lab. You see what I'm saying? And so from that, I think that they saw that as like, oh, this is number 24. I'm gonna send number 24. I don't know that because they didn't know what the substance was at the time. They just thought it was blood. But they can't put that in a report. They can't say, "I think this is blood," because it's what they think. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like you can't say
yeah,
that.
but after they tested it, they should have put that in the report. They shouldn't have just not put it in the report, right?
Um, for me, I'm a person of detail. So if I was there, I would be writing beside every number, test this for this, but I don't think that that is done, especially in these cases with these high profiles, because, it was Michael Jordan's father. So for me, I feel like it was a rush and there were mistakes that was made, and this was one of them.
That's sad.
Yeah, and I feel like that happens to us,
A lot,
like,
right?
a lot, that
Yeah.
there are things that are rushed because of whatever reason,
Or not
sometimes they
even
already.
rush. They just, oh, it doesn't prove his guilt, so we're gonna leave that off.
Right, I
The,
mean, it's a lot of racial profiling, I feel
you
like.
know,
They
that
may look at
sucks.
something so small and say, "Oh, that ain't gonna come back," it's not gonna come back as anything, so well, how do you know? And so, I feel like the prejudging stuff is very prevalent in cases.
Yeah.
I got one more story because I'm the super producer.
No, let me play this right quick for you.
Okay, go ahead.
You're gonna crack
I'm gonna
up.
bring this up because this right here blew my mind today.
Okay, let me see. Where am I at? Share screen. Can you see this?
Hold on. Yep.
Okay.
This is my
Never
favorite
held
part of the interview, by the way.
anybody against their will.
I don't need to. Why would I?
Well,
How stupid would
never
it be
held
for R.
anybody-
Kelly, with all I've been through in my way, way past, to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. How stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you were
That's
holding.
stupid, guys.
I didn't.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid.
Stupid.
Use your common sense. Don't forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to, love me if you want, but just use your common sense. How stupid would it be for me to, with my crazy past and what I've been through, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement, and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle.
Robert,
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me.
This is man fight for my life.
They trying to kill me. They trying to kill me. And then look, this is where great. This is the thing that that had me laughing so hard with Gil.
Almost 60 years.
Robert. And she was still sitting down. And
she was all calm. Robert.
Robert, you have to calm down. Robert.
I didn't do this stuff.
Like,
I fight for my life.
I'm sitting here thinking, what is Gail doing? She need to be consoling this man. He is up here pouring his heart out.
She like, saying, Robert.
Look, she's sitting up here saying,
Robert.
That thing is taking me out. I'm telling you, that thing takes me out every time I see that portion. It takes me out. Okay.
Gail was like one of those aunties looking like, oh, this nigga clowning again. That's what she was saying. Robert, okay, here this nigga go.
Man, that lady, listen, she was so stoic and so uncaring. Robert. Robert. This is what I wanted her to say. Robert.
But no, this is her.
I was like, please get out of here, ma'am. Please just let me out of this room.
Shanita said something about, I did this in a TikTok.
Oh, I need to get TikTok to watch you. She needed, yeah. Okay. This is the other thing that blew my mind today. Okay. America tested 100,000 forgotten rape kits, but justice remains elusive. With untested rape kits piling up across the country, the Department of Justice wanted action and convictions. Years later, a USA Today investigation finds many of the same problems still remain. The Department of Justice gave out, let me find the amount, $350 million in grants to 90 local and state agencies through the National Sexual Assault Kit Initiative. Officials promised the money would put rapists behind bars and give victims long-awaited answers.
They ain't doing shit.
Child,
they got that shit.
Blew my muffin top back blue. Do you hear me? That blew my muffin top back blue. Because I'm like, y'all gave $350 million and these rape kits is still not been processed. I'm flipping tables. I'm moving people. People getting fired. I mean, I'm kicking people out. I'm going down the hall saying, you fire and you fire and you fire and you fire. That's what I'm doing. Because that is insane.
Detroit was on the news about how much their backlog on, testing, these rape kits or whatever. And it was a black lady who was over the department, which is so sad. I think they was behind 15,000 testing. It's like, what have you been doing?
Okay, Rich Homie Quan, this is the question. So how they accounted for their money? What happened?
They spending it. That's corruption.
Child. Okay. The mere fact that you sitting here telling me that 100,000 forgotten rape kits. What you mean forgotten? First of all. Okay, that's insane. Okay, all those victims still have not received justice. The person who committed the crime is still walking out here. You know what? Half of them probably already been arrested on another case because if they did it one time, they're going to do it again if they don't get caught.
Oh, yeah.
So half of those cases, they probably going to find that the person is already in jail or dead or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay?
Listen to this. Now, this is the story from Detroit. This was back in 2023. I don't know when they put I guess it's 2024. They said 11,341 kits untested that was discovered in 2009. 2009. They just had them boxed up somewhere.
Child, Winky Wonder, I'm telling you that if a person who does that, they're sick in the head. And if they don't get caught, they're going to feel like they can do it again.
Yeah, they could do it. And
so I'm telling you, I know for a fact once they get through, if they ever get through all of these, most of the people they're going to be looking for is probably going to be repeat offenders. They're going to be in jail, or they're going to be on probation, and they're going to have to go get them again. And this is just insane for the victims because it's going to be so long now. These victims are going to have been trying to move on with their life. And once they process these things and find the person, now they're going to have to relive these moments all over again.
Well, and if you really think about it, they probably only processing people that that's important, quote unquote. If your family not going up there and bugging the hell out of them, or your family don't got any pull, they probably not even processing those kids. They just like, oh, they never came back, so oh well.
For me, it's what Justin said. How are they being preserved?
They're not being preserved.
Right. So, I mean, we don't even know if the evidence or if the test is going to be a good test. It could put 100,000 men, innocent men in jail. I mean, I don't know. You know, but I found it interesting today. That took the breath out of me. When I read that today.
That's disgusting.
Like, I was like, absolutely not. The justice system needs a total overhaul.
It does.
In my opinion, because that is egregious in all types of ways. How in the hell is that? Now tested 100,000 forgotten. Okay, all of that. I think Keratin been drinking too.
No, I think you reading it wrong.
No, you go ahead and read it then. Let me see what you say.
He said, how in this hell that you just now tested? What? Maybe Keratin has been drinking.
Thank you. Turn up. Turn up. Today is wind up.
Keratin is turning up on the turn up.
Okay, let's go. Y'all, we about to get out of here. This was easy doing 2 hours, almost 2 hours tonight.
Oh, we did 2 hours.
146. I can't believe this is episode 18.
Episode 18, you guys. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
It's crazy. Y'all done seen 18 episodes of Shawan being unhinged. Tonight.
Not
Because
tonight though. Because
tonight she's sleeping.
my
This is
my
her
my
bedtime.
throat
This is her
is
bedtime. She go to bed at 7 o'clock, y'all.
yeah,
So
you know, I'm
this is her
struggling right now.
bedtime. So you see her eyes is half
Look.
open. Okay. So Lord have mercy. Well, listen, I had a wonderful time. Shanita, thank you for the conversation. Love you as always.
Love you too, Shawnado.
Shanita, I told y'all it's not tea in that cup. I done told y'all. Okay. I was
It
honest
is
about
tea.
mine, and she was over there.
It's all gone
lying.
now. That's why my throat
Lying as
is
usual.
dry. Now I'm drinking some water now.
Okay, lying as usual.
Oh.
But Monday is coming. It's gonna be here so fast. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, I need an extra day between Monday and Sunday. I don't know how we can make this happen. I mean, it seems to me that up is already down. We should be able to get this figured out. I mean, so many things are happening that it shouldn't be happening. Menendez brothers might be being released. Shanita
That's
said,
crazy.
Jesus water. Child,
My
water far from Jesus. Don't you put
my
Jesus in
Jesus
there.
water.
Don't you
Look,
put Jesus in there.
I'm gonna
Just
put
because
my
she put a
Jesus
cross on it
water.
don't mean it came from Jesus.
Look.
And I told y'all,
It's my bless you water.
even
In the
Jesus,
name of Jesus.
here we go. Even Jesus said, man cannot live by bread alone. Go figure that out.
I've got some Jesus water on my face. Hallelujah. I'm baptized.
Shanita, you see what you done did? Oh my God. It's like Trump. When I see Trump in the black church, my God, a mess. A mess. You had Tennessee whiskey in your coffee can.
Oh, he had that Tennessee whiskey. That's probably what I needed, a hot toddy for my my throat.
Hot toddies are made with wild turkey, period. Okay. My grandmother always made me a hot toddy with wild turkey. Cause baby, you going straight down. Sleeping that thing off, whatever it is. But no, today's show was brought to you by Stella Rose Pineapple Wine.
This is what you need right now.
What are
He's able.
That right there. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Why you take my song now?
Subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button.